Hello everyone. So I haven't been on here in a while and I decided to come back on here and read Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life by W Dwyer. I love his books and this one has changed my life and hopefully it'll change yours too. I read it a long time ago, so I'm going to read it again. All right, so the first verse. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The Tao is both named and nameless. As nameless lit it is for the origin of things, as named is the mother of 10,000 things. Ever desireless, one can see the mystery. Ever desiring, one sees only the manifestations, and the mystery itself is the doorway to all understanding. Ooh, sounds interesting. Okay, living the mystery. So these are pretty short. They're only a couple pages long. In the opening verse of the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tao tells us that the Tao is both named and nameless. This sounds paradoxical to our Western intellect, and it is. Paradoxical thinking is embedded in European concepts such as yin and yang, or the feminine and the masculine, where things are comfortably described as both this and that. We in the West, by contrast, tend to view opposites as incompatible concepts that contradict each other. Yet this book is asking that we change our ingrained ways of thinking and see how our lives change as a result. The Tao is unknowable, unseeable realm where everything originates, while at the same time the Tao is invisibly within everything. When we desire to see the invisibleness or the mystery, we attempt to define it in terms of the outer world of form, that Lao Tao tells the 10,000 things. He counsels us that letting go of trying to see the mystery will actually allow us to see it, or as I like to think of it, let go and let God. But how can we do that? One way is to permit ourselves to practice more paradoxical thinking by recognizing that desiring, wanting, and desireless, allowing, are different and the same, rather like the mysterious ends of a continuum. That's kind of interesting. Desiring is the physical expression of creating conditions that allow us to be receptive. That is, it's in the world preparation for receiving. According to Lao Tao, knowing to know, or wanting to know or see the mystery of the Tao will reveal evidence of it in a variety of manifestations, but not the mystery itself. But this isn't a dead end. From this grounding of desiring, the flowering of the mysterious Tao grows. It's as if wanting transforms into effortless allowing. I want effortless allowing. Desiring, one sees the manifestations. Desireless, one can see the mystery itself. When we tune into what Lao Tao is telling us, it becomes readily apparent that our world produces abundant examples of this paradoxical process. Think of gardening and desiring those luscious homegrown tomatoes or spring daffodils. I'm growing tomatoes right now. Allowing them to grow is ultimately what happens. Now think of the things in life that involve wanting and how they differ from allowing. Wanting to go to sleep, for instance, rather than going to sleep. Wanting to diet rather than dieting. Wanting to love rather than loving. In this reference to the Tao, desireless means trusting, permitting, and allowing. Desire is both the beginning and the ground of desirelessness. Yes, wanting is also the beginning and the ground of allowing. They are the same and they are different. Pay attention to times when you feel in your body where you are on the continuum between desiring and allowing, or trying to and doing. Trying to play the piano, drive the car, or ride the bicycle is the same as and different from actually playing the piano, driving the car, and riding the bicycle. Once those outer world activities are desired and learned, there's a time when allowing is what you do. The point here is to recognize the difference in your body between trying and allowing, and then become aware of the effortless sensation of the latter. This practice will also lead to greater awareness of the invisible mystery and the 10,000 things which are in the visible phenomenon of our world. The 10,000 things that Lao Tao refers to represent the categorized, classified, and scientifically named objects of the earth, which help us communicate and identify what we're talking and thinking about. Yet, for all of our technological experience and scientific categorization, we can never really truly create a human eye or liver, or even a grain of wheat for that matter. Each of these things, along with the remainder that comprise the known or named world, emerge from the mystery to eternal Tao. Just as the world is not its named parts, we're not exclusively the skin, bone, and rivers of fluids that we're physically made of. We too are the eternal Tao, invisibly animating our tongues to speak, ears to hear, and eyes to see, and experience and manifest the mystery. Consciously allowing this nameless mystery is ultimately the way to practice the Tao. Does that mean putting yourself in harm's way? Of course not. Does that mean trusting the mystery that the moment you're being mugged or mistreated? Probably not. Does it mean never trying to change things? No. It does mean cultivating a practice of being in the mystery and allowing it to flow through you unimpeded. It means permitting the paradox of being in form at the same time that you allow the mystery to unfold. Do the Tao. Find your personal ways of living in the mystery. As Lao Tao says in the first verse, and the mystery itself is the doorway to all understanding. Here's my advice for translating this passage into daily practice. First and foremost, enjoy the mystery. Let the world unfold without always attempting to figure it all out. Let relationships just be, for example, since everything is going to stretch out to divine order. Don't try so hard to make something work. Simply allow. Don't always toil at trying to understand your mate, your children, your parents, your boss, or anyone else, because the Tao is working at all times. When expectations are shattered, practice allowing that to be the way it is. Relax and allow, and recognize that some of your desires are about how you think your world should be, rather than how it is at that moment. Become an astute observer. Judge less, listen more. Take time to open your mind to the fascinating mystery and uncertainty that we all experience. Practice letting go of always naming and labeling. The labeling process is what most of us were taught in school. We study how to be able to define those correctly in order to get what we called high grades. Most educational institutions insisted on identifying everything, leading to a tag that distinguished us as graduates with knowledge of specific categories. Yet we know, without anyone telling us, that there is no title, degree, or distinguishing label that truly defines us. In the same way that water is not the word water any more than it is agua, Wasser, or H2O. Nothing in this universe is what it's named. In spite of our endless categorizations, each animal, flower, mineral, human can never truly be described. In the same way that the Tao tells us the name that can be named is not the eternal name. We must bask in the magnificence of what is seen and sensed instead of always memorizing and categorizing. Okay, assignment today, do the Tao. At some point today, notice an instance of annoyance or irritation you have with another person or situation. Decide to do the Tao or practice the way in that moment of turning inward with curiosity about where you are on the continuum between desire and allowing. Permit the paradox of wanting the irritant to vanish and allowing it to be what it is. Look inward for it in your own thoughts and allow yourself to feel whatever it is and however it moves in your body. Turn all your attention to becoming open-minded, allowing permissiveness to befriend the mystery within you. Notice how the feeling manifests inside, perhaps doing loop-de-loops in your stomach, giving a rigidness to your skeleton, making your heart pound or tightening of your throat. Whatever it is, wherever it is, allow it as an enigmatic messenger within you, and give it non-judgment attention. Notice the desire for the feeling to disappear and allow it to be mentioned compassionately by you. Accept whatever comes. Encounter the mystery within without labeling, explaining, or defending. It's a subtle distinction at first, which you must take personal responsibility for identifying. You alone can prepare the ground of your being for the experience of living the mystery. Ooh, how exciting. Let's live the mystery. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, and I would love to hear your comments on how living the mystery has helped you today, or what you have noticed, anything. All right, I'll talk to you later. I'll see you tomorrow for the next day, which is living the paradoxal unity. All right, have a good one. Love you. Bye.